Hi everyone, I'm Falco Stoffi. I'm a postdoctoral research fellow at Harvard University, and I'm really thrilled to be presenting today a new piece of research of mine, which is a joint work with Riccardo Cadei, Francesca Dominici, and Consano. In this work, which is entitled Who is Most Vulnerable, we present a causal machine learning approach for environmental health. Let me start from defining environmental health. The Environmental Protection Agency has recently defined environmental health as no group of people should bear a disproportionate burden of environmental harms and risks. So while we know from this picture that minorities are structurally exposed to higher level of air pollution, little is known about who are the people that are most vulnerable to the negative health effects of being exposed to higher level of air pollution, namely levels above the national authorities. And this entails a very big methodological challenge. So in this graph here, you can see different potential machine learning and statistical methodology that can be employed to discover vulnerability. Here we have regression models which have been highly used in epidemiological research. However, these models are not data-driven and need some prior knowledge on which are the minorities that are potentially exposed to these negative effects. On the opposite side, you have neural network ensemble methods, which are artificial intelligence methods, which are highly accurate, but on the other side, they are very little interpretable, and so you won't like actually to have something wrong there. To account for this shortcoming, we have presented our causal room ensemble algorithm that actually can have a data-driven, interpretable, computationally efficient, and it doesn't require prior knowledge on the vulnerability of the subgroups, and it's not subject to cherry picking. The whole approach is based on ensemble learning through decision trees, and we apply our algorithm to a very extensive and number of components. Like in this case, we have 35 million Medicare beneficiaries for the years 2012-2016, and we want to understand, using this data-driven algorithm, who are the people that are most vulnerable. And we have exposure level of PM2.5 above the national quality standard from 2010 and 2011. Here you can see the exposure, which of course is highly heterogeneous in the United States. And what we find from this plot is that actually some minority subgroups, such as black people in the South, or rural communities in the Midwest, Northeast, and West, are actually at higher risk when exposed to higher level of air pollution, and the same holds true for low socioeconomic status people and for people with low income. We have a number of available resources. We have a website for our method, which is called Causal Ensemble. We have a methodological paper, an open source R package that anyone can use for very wide application in epidemiology and reproducible code. And all the resources here can be found on health effects. Thank you so much for your attention.